South Africa is not only in the grips of a third COVID-19 wave, it's also struggling with an energy crisis. President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced changes to the Electricity Regulation Act. This means Nersa's licensing threshold is increasing from 1 to 100 megawatts. But will this ease the pressure on Eskom? Let's find out. Sikhonathi Mantshantsha joins us now live. Sikhonathi, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Of course, business is very happy with this announcement. Will this ease the pressure on Eskom, though?
This is absolutely what Eskom has been asking for, officially, at least since December 2019, when we had this crisis again, where Eskom had to implement stage 6 load shedding. It officially asked the government to license 5,000 megawatts of capacity from private investors. So this is a huge step and a very welcome development. This indeed will ease the pressure on Eskom. We must, however, warn Shahan that it will not be tomorrow. It will not help us with this current problem within the next 2 years. So it is going to be some time before any investments resulting from this reform start having or start showing and delivering any electricity.
Oh, so you reckon it's going to take 2 years before we actually see the benefits of this decision being made?
Remember, the investors, those companies and anyone else that needs now to install their own technology, their own electricity, they will start making the arrangement, except those that had already started, companies such as Goldfields. Those that are about to make these decisions, this will take up to about 2 years for them to finally receive electricity from investments if they go ahead and within a reasonable short space of time take advantage of this reform.
I guess it's some news, right? Because we were expecting these rolling blackouts for a good couple of years, definitely more than 2. For example, I'm seeing comparisons here. 100 megawatts apparently can power 2 large mines in South Africa. That will definitely be a huge relief for Eskom then. Tell me, Sikhonathi, when are we going to be in a comfortable state after 2 years because of this move?
We should get between 5,000 and 7,000 new capacity megawatts in new investments resulting from this. And of course, I repeat, that will be power that will be to service Eskom's current customers. But that will take some relief off the system. And this, together with the other measures that have been employed by the government in the procurement of energy over the next 2 years, the recent decisions that were made by the Ministry of Mineral Resources and Energy will, I repeat, it's together, not any one of them. We have to have all these reforms and all these investments, and certainly from Eskom's side, the ability to return and maintain power stations in service. This should give us a good relief in about 2 to 3 years, as I say.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years is such a long time, you know. I'm going home to those blackouts tonight after the show. Let's talk about the pressure on the grid now as it stands. Are we seeing improvement? What's the forecast looking like in terms of the outages?
Shahan, now it's 9 o'clock. We have communicated to say stage 3 load shedding will be reduced to stage 2 starting at 10 p.m. And that will be the case. We'll stay on stage 2 until Sunday night. We will, during Sunday or very early on Monday, give the people of South Africa an update as to what the rest of the week will possibly look like. But we have, over the past 24 hours, already returned 6th generation unit at service, and we were able to deliver today, this evening, in about 2 hours' time, at the past 2 hours, at peak, about 32,800 megawatts of electricity to the grid. And the coming week, we will see the return of Unit 1 of Quebec. It will start up during the week and gradually build up to 900 megawatts, which on its own saves one stage of load shedding.
And Sikhonathi, you know, many people were upset with Eskom yesterday and the previous day because we went into stage 3 and 4. The question many are asking is this maintenance work that needs to be done on these units and generating capacity. Why is this constantly happening? How long does it take for maintenance work to happen? Why are we seeing so many units tripping? What is the problem? We know bad maintenance over the past decade or two has been the major concern here. But why are we not seeing improvements? Or are we, but it's just not big enough to keep us lit up?
The people have every right to be angry and to be upset at the lack of electricity from Eskom, and this has gone on for far too long. This is the 14th year of load shedding, if we may give context. It's also not possible for people to think things are improving when they are sitting in the dark at that very point. So a point very well taken, and it's correctly so. The reality, however, is that Eskom, as has been communicating over the past 18 months, that the reliability maintenance that we have to maintain to correct exactly this neglect that you are referring to takes time. Each generation unit needs to be taken apart and down for at least 3 months for you to be able to perform proper maintenance. And Eskom can only take off at a time during the summer, not winter, can take off between 3 and 5 units at a time, 5 at most, and that is a stretch. And each of those units has to be out of service for at least 3 months while you are putting pressure on the rest of the machines to deliver electricity that is desperately needed. That is how you get the breakdowns. The machines that remain on service do not behave as you want and wait for you to finish with the others before they break down. we have said the last quarter of this year, it will show a significant improvement in the reduction of load shedding. Shahan, I'm being careful again here to not sound like I'm saying load shedding will be a thing of the past come the last quarter of 2021. There will be a significant reduction that is due to the maintenance that Eskom has been conducting. If you noticed, around November last year, December, Eskom was only able to deliver 28,000 megawatts of capacity. Now we are still load shedding while delivering 32,500 megawatts on a daily basis.
All right, I get you. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Sikhonathi Mantshantsha, of course, is the Eskom spokesperson. I can tell you this much. He has a very hard job during this time. South Africans are definitely angry.